All right, friends, so welcome back. This is part 2 of the video. Sorry, instead of pressing pause, I pressed stop, so now I have to start all over. What I did was, you already put point down on the first flap, and then we're just gonna go through and finish cutting and gluing them. So we have line for our next little flap, line, segment, ray, and angle. So why don't you pause your video and go through and tape those or glue them down. Make sure you're cutting them nice and neat, because we're going to use this as a study tool. So if you can't read it, there's really no point of even making it. So pause your video and do this step for me. All right, our next step is putting our correct definition. I'm going to put my definition on the same flap right here, and I'm going to draw a picture. Now there are these little boxes if you want to use a rectangle to do a definition, and then you can cut out a box to draw a picture. Or you could just draw the picture right there. This is where I need you to be careful that you're putting the correct definition with the correct term. So underneath a point will be the definition of a point, and then we'll draw a picture of what a point looks like. Okay, so our very first one is point. So what you should have for a definition is a specific position or end point. We're going to glue that or tape that underneath point. And then I'm going to draw what a point is. A point, this is good, ready? It just looks like a giant period. That's a point, okay? And we'll see that sometimes at the end of a line or an angle, a vertex. So we're going to glue our definition, and we're going to draw an example of what a point would be. Make sure it's underneath the point flap. If you need to go back and listen, go for it. Alrighty, my friends, up next, after we have the point complete, we're going to focus on a line. A line is something that extends to infinity. It goes on forever in both directions. So I want you to put that definition, extends to infinity in both directions. And then you'll notice I did a few examples. It has arrows on both sides. And I showed that a line just doesn't go horizontal, or it doesn't just go vertical, it goes diagonal, right? We see it all different ways. I used a straight edge to make sure it was nice and straight when I drew my lines. So I have a point and a line. Pause your video and work on that for me. Okay, friends, up next, we have our line segment. A line segment is a little different than a line because it has endpoints. So it's a line with 2 endpoints. And you'll see my examples here, they don't have arrows going on for infinity and beyond, right? We have endpoints, those little points at the end. So if you could draw a few examples, your definition again is a line with 2 endpoints. Then draw me a nice example. Remember, we want it to fold under so we don't see our answers when we're quizzing ourselves. Pause your video and do that one for me. All right, friends, up next we have the ray. A ray, let me show you here. A ray is a straight path. It has 1 endpoint, and then the other end extends into infinity. So you'll notice one end has a point, and the other end has an arrow because it extends on. So this is called a ray. Let me read the definition for you so you can find it. A straight path with 1 endpoint, and the other extends forever. Then I have a few examples. Go ahead, pause your video and work on that one for me.